I saw the end of the last stream, so I had to redo some things. Yeah, I was not happy about that. Thankfully, I didn't lose too much time. But, that was not great. But, like, can we still get supports in these battles, or are they all finished? And that is a question I have. Like, do you guys know if we can still get supports in these battles? Because that's gonna change who I assign. Let me take a look at the map. Alright, so Dimitri's over here chilling. Ooh, goodies. I don't think Rhea's even here. I feel like she'll just, like, pop out at the last second and be a dragon. Seems like what she would do. You probably have to kill her first as a human, and then she'll probably, like, turn into a dragon for, like, the final battle. I guess we'll find out. Fighting everyone with just Edelgard and Byleth is a bold strategy. The general's normally Sylvain. Well, haha, he's on my side, so... You might be able to still get supports, but it no longer matters since you can't watch anything after this. You can't. Even if you increase support rank, it can't be seen since the game would end immediately. Oh, okay. Now they find the OP. Okay. Well, then it doesn't even matter, but... You know. I was hoping I could have more people. I probably want Sylvain to have a flying unit. Although we do have Petra now, which is good. Finally, it only took until the end of the game. Hi, Crab. You killed Rhea first due to spawn locations? Oh, they just... She just appears probably partway through the battle. I mean, that makes sense. trying to decide if I want to swap someone out for Lysithea. But I don't really want to switch everyone out. Or switch anyone out. I'm gonna just go with this. Rhea popped up right on you and would have KO'd Byleth. Gotcha. Oh my gosh, Bloody Circuits, that's amazing. Okay.
Ah, here you are, Edelgard, at your eternal resting place. You have trampled and stolen and blinded yourself to the truth. Today, I will have vengeance for all you have done.
With this battle, the main force of the kingdom will be annihilated. Leave no enemy general alive, least of all King Dimitri.
We are uncertain of the enemy's plans, so let us advance our troops with caution. The Knights of Seros have yet to show themselves. They will join the battle at some point. Be ready.
Alright. Well, I kind of figured that.
Salt, star, power!
Keeper, thank you so much for the resub for 12 months. A full year. Keeper, you've got that Sandow sub badge. Keeper says don't want to stay too long because spoils, but good luck. Thank you. Thanks. Oh, hi, Keeper. Delicious. That.
I will prevail.
Look at Petra. Finally a Falcon Knight. As she was meant to be.
I do this for all of us.
I'll cut a bloody path.
More fighting. For the Empire. What's my strategy?
Ready for anything. I'll cut through. I'm awake.
We're first in line! Charge!
Glory to the flag of the Knights! Good fortune to His Majesty!
fortune to Vargas!
What is that?
What the? That kingdom soldier just changed into a demonic beast. Did Tullus? No. This is something simpler.
This is the work of a crest stone. But why?
I gave them crest stones from the castle vaults.
How dare you?
Fool! Why did you do that?
If we lose here, the kingdom falls. It's our only hope.
That was a real shitty thing to do, though, bro.
You call this hope? Well, we must now claim victory so their deaths were not in vain.
Yes, your majesty. I am with you.
Well, that's just fucked up.
Gautier reinforcements have arrived. We shall crush the Empire weaklings.
This is awkward.
Reinforcements. We're in danger. We must defeat the enemy's generals before we're overwhelmed.
Nice. Not as nice.
Let's shake things up.
Normally that's well, sucks for them. Let's not see there.
To survive, I will win.
That works.
Appreciate it.
When Dimitri gave his speech, it sounded really familiar. He's done multiple voices in WoW. Really? Interesting.
Thank you.
Was any of this worth it?
Cry about it, Linhart. No time for your shit right now. Sit down.
This could turn the tides.
I don't know what happened.
I don't either. I mean, we'll try Linhart, but
won't be in vain.
Mercedes has no idea where she is. She doesn't.
Thanks.
Oh, fuck you. Kill each other.
This could turn the tides.
I like did not use this weapon most of the game.
I'll use this power for the greater good.
But now we're going to use it. This is a problem.
You knew the odds.
Want some help? I have a plan.
The clutch survive on Bernie though. There's that one time that Bernie took out like 5 people and somehow did not die, and I still do not know how she did it.
I'm gonna haunt you if I died.
True. Hubert casually. Oh, this fucker needs to die. Well, not great, but yeah. We're just gonna take you out. Okay, that was a little bit overkill, but you know, it's alright. Adel tank. If you could just do me a solid here. Thank you.
Your death is not in vain.
Whoops, Byleth just completely dismembered that mage. I mean, it was an accident.
I needed that.
Whatever it takes.
Oh, nice. Good job, Sylvain. Or as I like to call her, absolute unit.
I sense an improvement.
It's true. Oh, no. Oh my god. That was horrifying. I'm just saying. Well. Let's see.
I do this for all of us.
Umbreon, so you're gonna be banned from this chat. Yeah, good luck.
Really good, huh?
Well, yep, that was just terrifying. Just very, very terrifying. Alright, you can just get out of here. Hubert is so over this. He's like, these bitches, let me tell you. Nice.
Alright, next. I'm just not there yet.
Guys, don't hint at spoilers. If you feel like you can't say anything, just don't say it. Because if you say, well, I can't say anything, that kind of hints that there is something there, so just don't. I'm really not happy if people spoil this game, like, right before I'm about to finish it. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm sorry if that upsets you, but it's just the truth.
Well done.
It is time. Your Majesty, I will avenge your father. You are the one true king, Dimitri.
What is wrong with him? Is he gonna monster out? Oh yeah. That's what's wrong with him.
To do. I will fight by your side until the bitter end.
What the fuck?
As long as I am with you, this lance of mine will know nothing of defeat.
What the actual fuck? Kill him, Hubert. I mean, close. Take it. How dare you? How dare you attack my precious tank? Not happy about it? Alright, well that's happening over there. Hubert, you're needed elsewhere.
Sorry, but this is war.
Rude, dude.
I'll be home again soon.
We'll cover you. We won't hold back.
We won't hold back. It's a very slow attack. Just wait.
I'll save my complaints.
This has really become Shadow of the Colossus. That worked out. That worked out. He's got a lot of health.
We've got this.
Put the plan into action.
I just saw that he was level 64, so that's a thing.
I'll return the favor.
Oh, well, that's cool. This is fine. There
How
she
could I
is.
be late when I finally have the opportunity to destroy the fallen one?
Shut up,
This
Rhea.
rain. It is the lamentation of my mother. Observe. I shall not fail in restoring balance.
He does have quite a bit of health, considering.
Allow me to
Fuck out of here, bitch. Like, I don't have time for you. I'm doing stuff. Well. Could have been worse.
You seem short on health.
It's time.
The
This is where and how you lost Lysithea. Had no idea she was gonna get ambushed and just sort of stood in Krea's face. Oh no. That's not good.
Tread carefully.
Fair enough. No, get out of the way.
You haven't earned my pity.
Okay. Yikes.
To do. You fool.
Just be careful.
Well. Get out of here.
Let's keep up the pace. Each milestone informs the next.
Are you kidding me? You have like no health. And then we have this thing. Anonymous, thank you so much for the 1,000 biddies. I appreciate that and all the fun emotes. Tiddu is now dead. He is that. Cannot argue with you there.
I'm doing this for the win. How exciting.
No time for accolades.
I owe you one.
Go away, Rhea. Nice.
I was just stronger.
What is happening
sense
in
an
that
improvement.
crowd? In that emote.
Is that it?
Ooh.
All for our future.
Holy shit, Sylvain. Keep giving me heart attacks, boy. You gotta stop that. The lone mage in the bottom right probably won't reach the fight. Probably. He'll just be there forever. That's just life sometimes.
No time for pity.
Eat it.
Pretty good, huh? Only the strong survive.
She's out of healing. Shit. No?
You're a big help.
Well done.
Stay away. Nice,
Stay
Bernie.
alive, Bernie.
Please, yes, stay alive,
Home
Bernie.
again soon.
Dimitri is just chilling, yes, indeed.
You fought well.
What's the plan?
For the Empire.
Must you continue to conquer? Continue to kill?
Must you continue to reconquer? Continue to kill in retaliation? I will not stop. There is nothing I would not sacrifice to cut a path to Fodlan's new dawn.
Enough of this madness! This future of yours is built on a foundation of corpses and tears!
Go, barrels! Edelgard pulling the reverse card on him.
Battle does have its benefits.
Your boys turn themselves into monsters, don't get judgy. Anyway.
You will not kill one more soul. You will not steal one more thing. I will not allow it. Here and now, I stand against you.
Did not know he was an agent. Petra, get out of there. Ray, you stay away. This mage might actually get to fight Bernie. Because I just want to keep Bernie away from Rhea.
Thanks.
No, not yet. I can't die just yet.
No, it can't be. There is no retreat for the Knights of Seros. Fight until none are left standing. Slaughter them all and send them straight to hell.
I mean, she's clearly stable. Stay away!
I'm fine.
Oh, good job, Bernie. Now that thing's still going over there. Alright, Bernie, why don't we just take care of this little mage here? Why don't we just... Good. I was hoping you would crit.
None is unstoppable.
What is this? Oh, defense. I wish I could just use it now. I mean, I probably could have if I swapped something out and went into items, but I don't bother with that.
All right, next.
You said the hell word? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really hoping that we get to see like full insane Kreia from this battle. I'm really kind of hoping. Let's see here. Well, you are probably horrifying to fight. Sword of Saros, for sure. Patrick, you're gonna move. You're gonna move. Livestream doing our best to piss off Kreia until she loses her shit completely. I mean, that's sort of the goal here. I can one-shot her with the Creator Sword. I mean...
I once walked this world as Saros, the warrior.
Yeah,
I
I know.
defeated the Fell King Nemesis. Now, here I stand, facing one who wields the same sword as he. The fate you have chosen is also the same as his. To die in torment upon my sword, as the very lifeblood you have forsaken spills onto the earth.
I mean...
Predictable. Prepare yourself.
Damn!
How can this be?
She's not dead yet, though. She going
I'm
dragon.
lost to that thief? Unacceptable! Watch out, Lady Rhea! Please retreat!
He's not gonna. Oh, maybe she will. Alright, so we gotta fight her as a dragon in the next battle then, I'm assuming. We gotta fight this weird-ass thing. Because she's not dead, so we gotta fight her again, obviously. I mean, I knew that was gonna happen. Poor Bernie is over here by herself. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
Sorry.
Mercy's just along for the ride. Really?
Witness frigid pride. Hard work is a friend to count on.
Nice. Well, it's got grabby hands. Got some serious grabby hands. Rude.
Much needed.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Guess that's all I had to offer.
That's okay, you did a good job. Okay, number one, you need to just go.
One of us has to die.
Well,
This is my stage now.
oh, free shield. I'm gonna just take care of you. Go, Hubert.
A waste of time. It is all for Her Majesty.
I don't know if Hubert has any keys, to be honest. Probably not.
protect me.
You think these last guys would run for the hills after seeing you wreck all these monsters and commanders? I mean, you would think after, you know, taking out Rhea, they'd be like, maybe we should go. He's fine. He's fine. Don't worry about him. Alright, Hubert.
One step closer to
Suddenly very intense. Oh, well, I'll take it. Hi, Moko. Big explosion. Ferdy jumps a little. He's fine, it missed.
Edelgard, I will kill you. You will know the regret of my father, who was killed for you, of my stepmother, who was slain by your own daughter. You will bow your head before all of the lives you trampled for your ideals, before you die in misery.
Your obsession with me is appalling. If you were a normal human, you would most certainly have died already. Farewell, King of Delusion. If only we were born in a time of peace, you might have lived a joyful life as a benevolent ruler.
To the fires of eternity with you, El.
Everyone
We're just
withdraw
not gonna
immediately.
explain that, I guess.
Fall back to Ferdiad. The goddess is watching over us. If we
Not
hold
really.
strong, we will surely be saved.
He's chilling with me.
Understood. Retreat!
Why do you insist on being such a loathsome obstacle? You stole my mother's heart and wield the sword of the Creator, just like that savage King Nemesis. I swear, with these very hands, I will take her back. Until then, wait for me, dear mother.
Rhea. She is our enemy, but I must admit that she plays her cards magnificently.
You mean using the goddess's name in order to boost morale?
That's true, but she also shows great skill in devising her tactics. Using the bewildered Kingdom army as a shield, while she and the knights retreated. If they ran all the way back to Ferdiad, it will be very difficult to pursue them. Yes, together we'll end this once and for all. For all the lives lost in battle, by our allies and foes alike. And for Dimitri as well. Yes, the thirst for revenge that imprisoned him was the result of my uncle's strategy.
You gonna explain why he wanted revenge in the first place?
He believed that I was the cause of everything, and he lost sight of his path as king. There was nothing I could do to save him, and so, the very least I could do was...
Aww.
No. The Edelgard who shed tears died many years ago. Everything that's happened, it's all just part of the ebb and flow of history. The tragedy of Dusker, our days at the Academy, Father's death, and the 5 years you were gone. After all of that, at long last, we're here, at this point in time. I hope you'll stay by my side until the very end. It's time for humanity to take this world back.
I mean, I understand that that's better explained another route, but considering it's just confusing if you play this one and you're just like, what? I feel like they should have given us something in this one to explain that. Yeah, I get they can't explain everything in every route, but like, this is Edelgard's route. It would make sense if you explained what that was, because it pertains to her.
After defeating the Kingdom Army and King Dimitri on the Tailtean Plains, Imperial forces set their sights on Ferdiad, the kingdom capital. The final battle against Rhea draws near.
Yeah, like not knowing the Death Knight, right?
So, we have finally arrived. It has been a very, very long road.
I still wish we could kill him.
Why are you here, Uncle? We haven't prevailed just yet.
I didn't say to explain everything in every route. I said this specific thing that is tied to Edelgard and her history would have been nice to have been explained in this route because it's about her. This man still ain't dead. No, he not. He's not. We really should have taken care of him like a long time ago, but we didn't.
Even better. I decided I wanted to see the end with my own eyes.
I don't fucking trust you.
The very moment that humans will finally be free from the control of that false beast of a goddess.
Understood. Behold to your heart's content. Just don't get in our way.
Of course. I could not stand to be dragged into the fighting. When this fight is over, a world completely controlled by the Empire will be upon us.
Not completely. I will only do what I must. But until our reign becomes stable... Uncle, no, all of you. I believe that your power and knowledge may be essential during that time of transition.
Perhaps so. We also will do what we must. For that short while, we will lend you our strength.
Yes, we're counting on you. For now. Professor, may I speak with you?
Sure.
I know the timing is less than ideal, but there's something I need to tell you. I imagine you've already sensed it, but even still, I must tell you the truth. of the power you wield and of what you are.
I'm probably a dragon lady too.
I expected as much. You, like Rhea, share a bloodline with the so-called goddess. Your mother likely had some connection to the goddess, whose power has always been sleeping within you. 5 years ago, when your power awakened, I was afraid you would choose to join with Rhea.
You've never seen that guy? Why do we hate him? That was Edelgard's uncle, who basically is the reason that she went through all those experiments and stuff when she was a kid to get her second crest. And she doesn't like him. Hubert doesn't like him, obviously. But we're just sort of using him and his forces. He kidnapped Edelgard, overthrew the emperor, and tortured Edelgard. The usual business that... Oh yeah, fuck that guy. Exactly.
I did. As you know, my goal is to free our world from the control of Rhea and the other children of the goddess. I seek to obliterate her, as well as those around her who use the church's power to control Fodlan. I swore to free the people from Rhea by striking her down, whether or not it meant making an enemy of you. And yet, you came to my aid and chose to walk with me on the path against Rhea.
You bet I did. And I'd do it again.
I was overjoyed, of course, but I was also confused. I thought that perhaps it wasn't the path you were meant to take. But I chose to trust in you, to rely on you and your strength. And now, here we are.
Please explain it once more.
Thank you for listening, my teacher. I'm glad I finally had the chance to talk to you about it. After Rhea is gone from this world, I don't know what will become of you. But whatever happens, I hope you know that you're very special to me. You are the one person in this world who can share the heavy burden I must carry. Someone without equal, who I can always speak my mind to. It's time. Let's go, Professor.
Just get married already. I mean...
The Imperial army arrives in Ferdiad, the kingdom capital, only to be confronted by Rhea, who has transformed into the Immaculate One.
What a
The
shocker!
Black Eagle strike force steels
Never
itself
could
for
guess
an
that.
epic battle, hoping to soon return Fodlan to its people.
Rhea, members of the Church of Seiros, surely there's no need to continue this fight. What could be gained by shutting yourselves inside the capital of a kingdom without a king? I will give you this one chance, and no other. Throw down your weapons and surrender. Unlike you, I have no desire to unleash wicked atrocities upon this world.
Their silence speaks volumes. Shall we commence our attack?
Hubert waits literally 2 seconds after she's done talking. And is like, well, they've been quiet, so clearly we should just go kill them all.
I'll wait just a moment longer. There are still many residents within the city.
Again, everybody's saying how Edelgard's just awful and a murderer, and she's like, hey, I'll give them time. We could just go in there and murder everybody, but... just saying. "90% of Fire Emblem games have dragons as the final boss." Well, I love Hubert too, so much. Hubert did not even give them half a second. He's like, well, let's go kill him.
Unlike my attack on Garrick Mach 5 years ago, the church will not allow the inhabitants to evacuate.
Well, that's pretty shitty.
What the hell are they planning?
Oh, she said the word.
Lady Rhea, or rather, Lady Saros, the Imperial Army is calling for our surrender. Is it wise to ignore them? Perhaps we could leave Fodlan and devise another plan.
We shall not surrender. We
He's
must
fine.
not lose. Even if it must split the heavens, we shall not yield to the wicked ones.
Understood. I will do as you command. You have my fealty no matter what, until my last moment of life.
I'll stay by your side too. Forever.
Oh, look. Both of her relationships.
Now, Catherine, set fire to the city.
Are you kidding me?
The Imperial Army will
Aren't there
burn
people
in the
here,
flames of
like
eternal
citizens?
torment.
What? No, you can't do that!
Catherine, now.
I mean, aren't you the dragon? Can't you just do it yourself? If you're gonna be evil, don't make Catherine do it.
As you wish. But is there truly no other way?
You know you've gone nuts when even Kathy seems concerned, right?
I have no patience for foolish questions. I shall sacrifice as many lives as it takes.
Okay, Kreia.
Apostate who insists on taking everything from me will be crushed by my own hands.
I love how it's still her voice.
That ghastly voice.
Your Majesty! There's smoke coming from every corner of the capital. It seems they've set fire to the city.
What? Damn it, Rhea. There really is no depth you wouldn't sink to. Everyone, we must commence our attack at once. Are you ready?
Preparations are complete. Just say the word.
Then we attack. We'll head straight for the castle and strike down their leader, Rhea, that vile creature called the Immaculate One. This is the end of our long war. After this victory, Fodlan will finally be united and truly free. The capital we're about to invade is engulfed in flames. Do not rush to your deaths. Survive. Prevail. Do that and we'll witness the birth of a new world. I want to see it with all of you at my side. Understood?
Of course. I will not fall and leave you without your protector. And you may live to see your dream come to fruition. For that, I shall survive and prevail.
I am carrying the future of Brigid. I will not be dying here. I will be winning. For myself and for everyone. I will be surviving.
We've been cutting our own path this whole way. There's no stopping until we reach the end. I can't die, or all my great work so far will have been wasted.
Don't worry about me, AD. I won't fall before I've found my happily ever after. Maybe when this war is over, I can finally snag a good catch and settle down.
Somehow we're already here. I wonder if the peace we secure will allow me to research as much as I'd like. If so, let's end this quickly.
Edelgard, Professor, I'll do my best for both of you. If I die here, it would be with shame and regret. Oh, I can't let that happen!
Once the world is united, I will lend my strength to both Edelgard and the Professor. To that end, I will lead us all safely to victory. My pride and duty as a noble demand no less, as do my own principles.
Yeah, let's
Imperial
go
Army,
murder a dragon.
Black Eagle Strike Force, move out!
Hanneman Jr. Linhart. Oh my gosh. Luckily, we're on casual, so no one will be dying here. That's right, Lacius. That's right. Hanneman Jr. Okay, this looks complicated. Everything's on fire, so that's a negative. Everyone is on fire. This bitch. That bitch. This bitch. Why are you over here? I'm surprised that Gilbert isn't here. Okay, I can bring more people now, which is nice. Ah, why do you always mess everything up? I hate when they mess up my units. Drives me crazy. Cynthia. Normally Ash and Annette would be leading what remains of the kingdom. Well, I have them both, so Gilbert is here. No, he didn't die though, I didn't think, Kit Kat. I thought he just like fainted or retreated or whatever. I didn't think he actually died. Also, I did not kill him using Annette, and he killed Annette hardcore, like one shot at her. She died there. No. Yeah, Gilbert's over here. Let me just, like, replenish these.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Yep.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Ah.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Okay. You know, it'd be messed up if Rhea reanimated Gerald for this final battle. That would be very messed up. Although I don't think that's in Rhea's power. And we are all thankful for that. Because that would not be good for anyone. You're still waiting for Gerald to show up. I mean... I just want everyone to have better potions for this, because last time Bernie had like no potions, which was kind of an issue. So we're gonna try to avoid that.
It's so awful to see the kingdom capital go up in flames. But at least we made it this far.
Gerald the White.
Finally stand before the palace. These flames will kill our friends and foes alike.
Those who stand in our way will perish with the flames. Immaculate One, your reign ends here and now.
I have a feeling this battle is gonna drag on. Oh, I'm sure. Can you imagine everyone in the shame jerseys for this fight? That'd be amazing.
With fire raging all over the city, our enemies won't be able to advance in large numbers. Instead, they may try to defeat us with small squads of elite warriors.
Indeed. I suspect as much.
It's real creepy, Rhea.
And at their head is the one who stole my mother from me, and likely that mutinous whelp, Edelgard.
Hi, that is me.
The whole city's burning. Oh, this isn't good. I'm flammable, you know?
I mean, same.
If possible, we must be avoiding the flame and be careful of strong enemies.
If we want to minimize our losses, we will need to be flexible in our approach.
I don't know if there's still like stuff you can get at this point in the game. Burn hard? Oh, you burning hard. I guess that's accurate. This is a lot of fire.
I will prevail. A strategy.
I'm awake.
Let's make this quick. I aspire to be my best. do this for all of us.
Put me in there.
I'm really trying not to set anybody on fire.
I'll cut through.
As much as possible.
That helps.
Eat it. Okay.
Ready for anything.
For the Empire.
What's my strategy?
Good try.
It won't be in vain. I'm stronger than before.
Usually the chests in the final level have healing items or weapons good against the boss. Oh, okay.
I'll cut a bloody path.
Yes, Hubert, we know. Fine. No. Thank you.
What a bother.
What's the plan?
The plan is this.
All for our future.
More fighting.
Dude. Yikes. I'm just gonna get rid of you.
I will not die yet.
just gonna make a little group here.
Strength is all for a mercenary.
I forgot Shamir was there.
Time for your last dance.
Kind of unsettling that these golems have human-ass
Winning
names.
is what matters.
I agree.
I'm growing, but at what cost?
No time for accolades.
Alright, so that was dead. Get out.
Don't bother haunting me.
Yeah, they have names. It's kind of weird. Alright, I want you to heal.
Sweet of you.
We're just like standing on the freaking fires of hell. It's fine.
Remain cautious.
Just gonna wait here then.
That really helped.
Alright. Thank you.
Open your hearts and accept your fate.
No.
The Immaculate War saves only the righteous.
That's horrifying.
What? Her howl was unadulterated magic. I didn't know such a display of power was possible.
That roar seems to have affected the doll's movements.
Whenever the Immaculate One howls, those dolls become stronger.
Well, that sucks. Also, I'm on fire.
Yes, I've got you. Oh! A little
Dead.
scratch won't stop me. got no time for mercy.
I think it's just unsettling that her voice comes out of the dragon.
Apologies.
That's not a dragon sound. Everything's on fire. There's a lot happening.
I will prevail.
Roar.
You're weak.
Good try. Ow. That's hurtful, ma'am.
Let's do this right.
Well, a good attempt. Everyone's on fire.
Watch and learn. Here is something to believe in. All is going to plan. Leave it to me.
Your spirit is admirable.
You don't have to tell me. Well,
The only possible outcome.
One day the war will be over.
that day is today. Actually.
only thorns left on this rose.
I have a plan.
Many unnecessary crits. That is the story of this playthrough. Quite frankly. No.
Be careful. Thanks.
Well,
It's done.
see ya, Bernhard.
Amazing.
Linhardt is into it. Go away, reinforcements. Everyone's on fire. Get out of here. You're not even part of this. You're all the way down there, fucker.
You saved me.
I don't think this is gonna go well.
I do this for all of us.
I cannot yield. I will fulfill my duty, even if I must forfeit my life. I was trusted to protect the future of the nation, the royal bloodline itself.
Well. It'd been great if you would have got a crit then, Bernie. I'm just saying. not
must
miss.
lead them well.
Is that all?
Did she just do a backflip? In armor? Excuse me? Stop that. Stop that weird roar thing you're doing.
A waste of time. This should prove useful.
More effective.
Oh, we're just not gonna do that then. Crits never happen when I need them to happen. They just don't.
Your death is not in vain.
Roar, but not as enthusiastic as last time. Not quite.
All for our future.
Alright, this is gonna be tricky.
Each battle a victory. That helps.
I will pour everything into this battle. My body, my soul. Thunderbrand rumbles, urging me on. I am the goddess's servant. You will taste my blade!
Don't want to shoot me!
Oh shit. Oh shit!
Lady Rhea, my service ends here. It's been an honor.
Well. Sweet, I got her sword. Cynthia was being savage. Yes, she was. In fact. As usual. It's her life. Damn, Liz. Get out of here. Oh, okay, that wasn't too bad.
Time to strategize.
Oh, we're fine.
That one.
Cynthia did wreck her.
I see. My heart burns with pride. War fuels my body and mind.
No. Caspar being able to heal himself is pretty amazing.
Bernie's unstoppable.
Can I use this off the battlefield?
Now's our chance.
Okay, you're dead.
For the fate of both.
Try though. I think I yeeted. And then we stole our sword, that's right. Get the fuck out of here. No, why would I want to attack that? Well, now you're on fire. How do you like it? Not nice. Well, she should have joined us, then she wouldn't have gotten yeeted. Anyway, this is why you join us, and you will get yeeted. Big win. Big win.
I'm gonna haunt you if I die.
You'd have had Shamir kill Catherine. Yeah, she is not leveled enough to take on Catherine. That would not have gone well. Meanwhile, Gilbert watches everyone die, doesn't bother to move. Nope, he's cool. There he is. He's chilling.
Her will demands it. To kill is to grow stronger.
That was like 3 weeks ago. She called her ugly and the grudge is still held. I mean, it was 5 years ago, but I'm still holding my grudge. So, there.
Much needed.
Get away from Lady Rhea!
Oh, hey. Just right into the fire. Just walk right into the fire. Can you shut up? Please. Take this barrel. Take it.
Lady Rhea, thank you for everything.
That was kind of hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. I'd like it if my ass could get out of the floor, the fiery floor. That would be super nice. Okay, I don't want to break that though. Like,
Don't bother haunting me. I sense an improvement.
I do this for all of us. Remain cautious.
Fight, then rest.
yes. Good job, Linhart. Rhea doesn't care for her pawns at this point. I mean, it's pretty clear how much she cares when she set the city on fire. That's true. With citizens still in it, she did just set the entire city on fire. So I don't think she cares very much. Oh, they're all on fire. Nice. I miss. very pretty.
Pretty good, huh?
I could use Divine Pulse. I might not be a bad idea. I don't even know how many I have now. I have 12. I think we're okay.
For the Empire!
Put me in there.
Well, didn't need that critical, but you know.
And I'll keep getting stronger. I think I'm improving.
I'm awake.
No, Rhea, chill. Really?
Thanks for helping.
Let's make this quick.
Oh.
I do this for all of us.
No, we're not gonna do that just yet.
I'll cut through.
Remain cautious.
What's my strategy?
What's the plan?
I'll cut a bloody path.
More fighting.
Thanks.
Ready for anything.
They're trying. They are trying. I mean, she seems to have a few boosts.
I see that the years have not cured humanity of its folly. You still wish to hurt and betray my mother and myself.
Okay. Man, I need you to calm down. for Bernie for some reason.
Apologies.
Nice. That crit.
Is that it?
Ooh. Good dodge. Cynthia, goddamn. Right?
We have this covered.
Exploit their weak spot.
Oh, well, I skipped the first. Hold on.
Give her back. Give back my mother.
Have a fireball to the face. Enjoy that.
Thank you. I will prevail. No use.
Nope. Here they come. They're over there. I'm surprised she got preferred and not me. Oh, Gilbert finally moved. Took this long. But he finally moved.
When humanity stands strong, and people reach out for each other, there's no need for gods. Rhea, your reign of tyranny is over. The time has come.
Probably shouldn't have let her charge.
I'm ending this once and for all! Is it over?
Oh, I died. Oh, no, I'm fine. My blue hair is back! Cuties.
A rising flame was alight as the flow of time carved a new history for Fodlan. With the fall of Ferdiad, the Holy Kingdom of Fargus and the Church of Seros both vanished into the people's memories. Fodlan was finally one unified nation, under the rule of Emperor Edelgard and the Adrestine Empire. Embracing her newfound power, Edelgard could at last set about destroying Fodlan's entrenched system of nobility and rebuild a world free from the tyranny of crests and status. Yet, beneath the surface, an unseen and silent struggle began to take shape. From her seat of power, Edelgard could at last wage war on those who slither in the dark.
Okay, so she does eventually take care of her uncle and stuff. Well, that's good. Still wish I could have done it. But
the children of the goddess have been defeated at last. The shape of the world will be forever changed. Humanity is free now. The world is ours once again. Can you believe it? True. There is still much to be done. We can't ignore the possibility that our enemies will resurface one day. In the end, the fate of this world depends on the choices we make. I don't know what the future holds, but come what may, will you stay by my side? You chose to protect me at the Holy Tomb. Will you choose me again? What I'm trying to say is, I need you.
Aww.
You called me Elle. That's... that means more than I can say. And this ring, it's lovely. Thank you, my dearest friend. I will happily accept it. I must admit, I feared my feelings would be unrequited. So long as I had you by my side, it never mattered how many enemies I amassed. You were all I needed. All this time, I longed to share my feelings with you, and it seems you wished for the same. Now, our wishes have come true. This feeling, it's overwhelming. I promise the same. Together we can achieve anything. We will crush those who slither in the dark and restore peace and order to Fodlan. I will then find a suitable successor and hand over the reins of the Empire. When all that is done, it will be just the two of us. I look forward to starting our life together in the light of a glorious new dawn. Yes, that is all we can do for now. We must remain focused on our goals. To think that I may truly call you my partner and equal now. The solitary reign of Edelgard has come to an end. From now on, we walk this path together. With time and care, the darkness shrouding this world will be lifted. You and I will become the light that shines over Fodlan, just as you have shined upon my life.
Cute. Battle data. But can we see your painting, Elle? Don't screw us here, RNGesus. Lysithea must live. Fingers crossed. I don't know, handing over the reins of the Empire to Hubert seems ill-advised. Time to do that fight over for every S support. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Said no one. We need the painting. So, is it not going to read it to me? Once a long war against those who slither in the dark came to an end, Alois and his family moved to what the fuck? That did not give me much time. Soon after the war, Lorenz assumed leadership over House Gloucester and joined the realm of imperial politics as a representative of the Old Alliance lords. His political talent yielded revolutionary policy changes, many of which particularly beneficial to the common folk. No one cares about Lorenz. No one cares about Lorenz, least of all me. After returning home, Ignaz persuaded his family that he should become a painter. He traveled all through Fodlan and beyond, painting beautiful landscapes and captivating portraits of the world's cultures. His unique style set the artistic paradigm for a generation. This is very fast. I'm just saying. After the war, Ash was formally knighted and appointed the new head of House Gaspard, which had no successors. His warm, sincere attitude toward his subjects was Praised all over Fodlan, and Ash was finally recognized as the ideal knight he had always hoped to be. His deeds live on in countless tales. You care about Lorenz? I'm sorry, Lucius. Mercedes left home and opened a small orphanage in the Fargus region with her mother. There she took in and raised children who had lost their families in the war, regardless of their blood or circumstances of birth. It is said that in the town which grew around this orphanage, the children never failed to smile. Annette returned to her hometown of Ferdiad, where she took up a teaching position at the Royal School of Sorcery. She was a gifted instructor, and many of her students went on to become world-renowned sages. Though her talent for teaching was remarkable in its own right, she was perhaps best remembered for effortlessly securing the trust and respect of her many students, as well as inspiring all who knew her by living a life of kindness, cheer, and humility. This is speed reading. Shortly after the war, Shamir gave up the mercenary life and disappeared. Though she was never heard from again, rumors swirled persistently for years of a master archer turned thief who lined her pockets by shaking down all those who preyed upon the innocent. So she became Robin Hood. Kinda. Oh my god, yes! Yes! After the war, Hanneman and Manuela held a grand wedding ceremony to which all of their many students were invited. Later, after the church was transformed and rehabilitated under the supervision of the Empire, the Officers' Academy finally reopened with a renewed focus on accepting students regardless of status and offering classes on a wider variety of practical subjects. Hanneman and Manuela returned to work as teachers, almost as if nothing had changed, and filled the halls with their banter in the way only married couples can. No, Felix, you were supposed to be with Bernie! Even after the war's end, skirmishes continued to break out across Fodlan. Bored and restless in his capacity as Duke Fraldarius, Felix abandoned his title, jumping at the opportunity to wield a sword again. Little is known of his whereabouts thereafter, but even many years later, soldiers continued to whisper rumors of a mysterious man able to deal swift death to scores of enemies. Lysithea returned home to help her parents restore their family land. Years later, when the end to their hard work was finally in sight, she relinquished House Ordelia's claim to nobility, ceding the territory to a nearby lord. Shortly thereafter, she and her family disappeared into obscurity. Well, that doesn't tell me if she's alive or dead, now does it? Hubert devoted his life fully to the service of Edelgard, operating in the light and the shadows alike. He disposed of countless burdens facing his emperor, using any means necessary. Though his ghastly appearance and imposing demeanor were ever feared, he paid his reputation little heed, focusing instead on his loyalty to the emperor. As Margaret Gautier, Sylvain devoted his life to improving relations with the people of the Sprang region. With oration alone, he succeeded in helping to create a new way of life for nobles in which relics and crests were no longer viewed as necessary. Though he went down in history as an extraordinary lord, it nevertheless became customary to refer to cheaters as sons of Gautier. No! Why? No! No! I don't want this! Fuck! After the war, Linhard decided to inherit his title. He spent several years studying in the territory, learning to manage its affairs, and when he was finally ready to become the new Count Hevering, oh, my throat is dying, he announced his marriage to Dorothea. Somehow, despite all this activity, Linhard actually managed to keep up with his crest studies. Those results were dubious at times. His new wife helped him alter them so they would be of use to people. The relationship was unlike anything the nobility had ever witnessed. When something happened, I can't read that fast. Why? Why Caspar and Petra? Why Caspar and Petra? My voice is going. I can't. Petra returned to her homeland of Brigid and inherited the throne from her grandfather. As ruler, she declared independence from Fodlan and renegotiated Brigid's diplomatic ties to Fodlan and Dagda on more equal terms. At every step along the way, she was accompanied and supported by her husband Caspar, who had left Fodlan behind to be with her. It is said that the people of Brigid were initially suspicious of the union due to Caspar's relation to a nemesis. More stuff that I can't read. I can't read this fast. Jeez. And I'm a pretty fast reader. Well, okay. Ferdinand and Bernadetta, I'll take it. After the war, Bernadetta renounced her claim to House Varley. She married Ferdinand, the new Duke Eyre, and the two contributed to relief efforts by instituting reforms across dukedom. Due to the success of those policies, Ferdinand was offered the position of Prime Minister by the Emperor. He accepted, leaving the management of Eyre territory to his wife, while he worked to apply their ideas to the Empire at large. Since Bernadetta did not like to leave home, Ferdinand's life involved something. Peeta and Edelgard ended the tyranny of a godlike being. Kita was wounded and lost. The power of the god. But it mattered not, as she and Edelgard had each other to ensure lasting peace. The two fought against those who slither in the dark, and to ensure a society where people can rise and fall by their own merits. They spent their lives reforming the antiquated class system. They achieved much in their time together, and it is said that they were sometimes spotted leaving the palace to privately enjoy the world they had created. How they spent those precious moments we'll never know. This hurts me and my voice greatly. How the fuck did they expect you to read it that fast? Like, they give you 500 years to look through the battle section and see who was the MVP of every battle, and then for that they give you like 2 seconds. Jeez. I don't understand how we only ended up with 3 pairings, because everybody was like at A support, so I mean for the most part, and still it didn't happen. I have water, I'm drinking it now because holy crap. It's not cold water, but this is all I have. You can't rewatch the paired endings? That's bullshit. That would have made my life easier. Everything comes down to RNG. Well, that's BS. I think they wanted you to screenshot it. Listen, I don't have the time for that. You guys didn't pray hard enough. You didn't. At least Hanneman and Manuela got married. At least there's that. At least there's that. I'm very disgusted that Dorothea and Linhardt ended up together. Jeez. Just no. It could have. I would have been happy with anyone else. And she ends up with freaking Linhardt. Like, what even? Hey, I tried with Lysithea. I did what I could. It was RNG, don't blame me. Dorothea's basically helping him be a fraud. I think they did, Mochi. I think they did. I think you're right. Thought Dorothea would be with Ferdinand. I mean, I did everything I could. Yeah, I know. Lysithea had full supports with both of them. And fought with them many times. So... Final thoughts, my throat hurts. That's my final thought. My final thought is that was way too fast of an ending. And my throat hurts. And I'm mad about it. Those are my final thoughts. Caspar and Petra's nice. I mean, that's fine. I'm kind of like indifferent, I guess, to them. You got Ferdy and Petra, Hubert and Bernie, Dorothy and Caspar, and then Lysithea and Linhardt. Yeah. It did go so fast. It was too fast. Like, just... You know? Oh, well, Yuritsa's Death Knight. There you go. Proof right there in the credits. Just saying. Just like Ray and Saros are the same voice actress, so. I'll see you later, Kit Kat. Wow, thanks, credits. Can you imagine if you had tried to finish that stream of gone to 5 a.m.? Yeah, pretty much. So that was a good call. Hey guys, I think it reads as the Death Knight. I mean, if Hubert and Bernie end up together, they wear matching flowers all the time. Aww. This game likes to spoil everything for you. I mean, like, who else would have been, though? Like, it was pretty heavily... It was pretty heavily implied that it was him. Because he just, like, disappears. So... It's weird, though, that he shows up in one freaking battle for us, and then just, like, pieces out. I thought that was odd. This game really does spoil. I mean, yeah. Well. Yeah, I actually saw that the other day with Rhea. I mean, I already knew she was Saros by that point, but I saw that and was like, well. Yuritsa's true identity can be revealed in the Blue Lions. Credits spoil, the intro spoils, so many spoils. That's meant to be huge spoilers. Timing confirmed in game. Well, you know, this is why. Rhea Saros thing is easy to catch if you watch the cutscene. I mean, like, when you're first playing, though, you're not really... That scene doesn't really mean anything until later. And then kind of once you think about it, it's like, oh. I don't think so, Game Tier. I don't think I had that one. Because I did all the paralogs that I was given. I'm very sad about my parents. I was hoping they would be better. Everyone was just alone. In other Fire Emblem games, you can choose who ends up together. We're not now. I know. That's what I wanted. I'm sad. They'll have hope that Geralt shows up even after the credits. Think Dorothea got Felix in your game? Interesting. What was the other Fire Emblem emote you wanted? Was it Seth or Hubert? Daddy Seth. I mean, I'd be fine with a Hubert one too. Oh, the Seth emote is coming. It's a judging emote. Daddy Seth judges you. It's gonna happen. Hi, Dark Omen. First time here, was just curious, did you side with Edelgard or the church? I did Edelgard's route. I think people complained about S supports in the last 2 games, so marriage was made post-war. A set of the emote that says daddy. I mean, I'd be okay with a Hubert emote too, but I don't know what it would be aside from evil, and we have a great evil emote right now. How could you complain with getting to choose what happens to characters you put hours of work into? Yeah, I don't know. I would have been happier if I could have, like, made my own pairings. Instead of leaving it to RNG, who betrayed me. A Hubert emote would need to capture the essence of him laughing maniacally as a wagon slowly descended upon the enemy. Hubert with a flower in his hair. I mean, I'd be okay if that was an option, if it was like you could pick or you could have it randomized. You know, that way everybody's happy. And Linhardt doesn't get with Dorothea. From what I've gathered, it's possible to pair people, but you have to know about it very early in the game and play with pairing in mind the whole way through. I mean, I tried with A supports, but it was not enough, I guess. Do you want to save cleared game data? This data can be used to start New Game Plus. If you intend to play your previous data, please select, or please save your cleared game data to another file. I think we're okay, because we still have that other save before the final 2 battles. That the end sign is very bland. Right, that makes sense, Dark Omen. I was trying to do that as best I could. So how do you do New Game Plus then? Do you continue from there, or do you do New Game? You go to New Game? You just continue? Well, these are different. He's asleep. You play cutscenes, story events, music, port conversations. Interesting. Oh, you can replay any of them? Hmm. Ew, male pilot. Hi, Nero. So if you do new game, and then would I have to save in a new slot, or would I just save over my main one? That's cool. So you could play any pair support story in order back to back. So it's like a mini anime. You could. A new slot. Okay. But it'll just automatically be New Game Plus? Or does it ask you? I think it asks you. It's your choice. Okay, cool. Cool. After you beat it a second time, you can erase the first one. Okay. Well, that was Fire Emblem Three Houses. My voice feels better now, at least. But, obviously I really liked it. We put, like, over, what, 80 hours into one round? No, I enjoyed it a lot. It would be really hard to go back and do other routes, I think. But at the same time, I really want to, just because of the story and finding out more. So I don't know. It's definitely a possibility of doing a different route on stream. I don't know how interested you guys would be in that. We would do New Game Plus if we did that. 80 hours into the shortest route. Listen here. What route would you pick next? I don't know. This took over your life, oh, Mochi. Really enjoyed this game. Watched Black Eagles, Edelgard route, Blue Lions, and Golden Deer. Looking for the church route. Church route is really lame. Well. Interested in seeing Kita react to a different Rhea, but like... I still know that she's crazy. You just don't see it because you're agreeing with her. You will never pick another route. Never betray Edelgard like that. It's just watered down Golden Deer with a different ending. Really happy you played this. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Mochi. Glad you guys stuck with me for 80 hours, because that's a long time. It was a long time. I want Kita to cry over Dimitri with me. Kita needs to see Dimitri's route. Why is that? Dimitri's interesting in his path. Hubert is not a good voice of reason for Edelgard. I know, that's why it's like, it would be hard to pick the other route, because it's like she needs you to guide her. Rhea does ask you to kill Edelgard. That's like when you choose to do this route. Rhea says kill Edelgard, and then you have to decide if you're gonna do that or not. Dimitri's route fills a lot of the gaps in Edelgard, so that's good. That's when she went Kreia, that's right. That is when she went Kreia. For the first time. The Golden Deer route explains a lot about background lore about Crest and the goddess. Interesting. Well, that was at least one route of 3 houses, and like I said, it's possible that we might do another one at some point. If you guys would be interested in that.